Alright, alright. Test, test, test. Hey, what's up guys? Dirk the Red Panda here with Tennis Ace. So right now I'm just responding to Nick Tanner in the chat, who I made a pretty nice looking headshot for when I took in requests the other day. I'm kind of stopping those now. Like, I kind of realized I have way too much to do this weekend right now, so I need to go on Twitter right now and say it's closed. But yeah, I also, to answer his question, I don't do commissions. Sorry. And hello Gojira, Basket, and Derpman. Our one and only legendary Basket. So yeah, we are going to be doing the Keisuke update, which quite exciting, I guess. I don't know. Keisuke is like kind of that, you know, the one that just gets overlooked a lot because everybody's like, Shuichi and Jun are amazing. It's like, Keisuke has some personality too. Like, come on, guys. Sorry, I'm just like trying to multitask right now and just like close my requests form off before people could just start putting requests on there. Okay, that better work. Sweet. Alrighty. Hurry, load. Yes, you did, Nick. Yes, you did. Alright, where is it? There it is. Where the hell's the reply button? Help! Where can I reply? There it is. Yeah. Requests are closed now. I can't spell. Sorry guys, I'm wasting your time with this. I've been so back and forth with this, changing my Twitter profiles around so it's so my safe for work one is now Dirk the Red Panda, like with an A instead of one, which will now be my not safe for work. So, logging out. I should log out. I've been keeping you guys busy for 2.5 minutes of me just trying to log out my Twitter. Fun. So yeah. Oh, thanks Nick for complimenting my signature. There's some meaning kind of behind it. It's like, if you see it in the bottom right corner of the YouTube video right now, it's like, that's what I normally do for my signature. It's kind of something I started adopting when I started drawing. It's kind of supposed to be like the calm before the storm, which is why there's a sun and then like a lightning bolt. So yeah, I've been talking you guys' ear off for 3 whole minutes. Hooray, and I forgot to hit the record button in case anything goes wrong. Now I will record. Better late than never, right? So if I re-upload this video, welcome back guys, Dirk the Red Panda here with Tennis Ace, and hopefully no problems will occur. Hell. Alrighty, so where did I put June or Keisuke's? Keisuke. There we go. There's Keisuke's. Alright. Ready now. 4.5 minutes. What a record, guys. So, if I deterred anybody, I am so sorry. But with all of that garbage out of the way, let's get into the reading. Alrighty. Wednesday, May of the 31st. Alright, walking around the school courtyard, I'm surprised by just how many people are out and about instead of being indoors. The sun has been, quite frankly, ridiculously hot for the past hour or so, and just stepping into the sunlight has me feel like I could start smoking any second now. Although I guess those with shorter fur don't have as much of an issue. Still, if I want to walk to one of the other buildings, I just have to do it. I just have to do it. Don't I? Oh, please come see our performance tomorrow night. Oh god, is that gonna be one of the band members? I forgot their voices. Help. Oh no. Oh, which one is it? It's gonna be either the raccoon or the Batgirl. It's probably gonna be the raccoon. It's gonna be like, come see our performance tonight. So I hear a female voice shouting from nearby. The voice sounds so familiar to me that I decide to check it out, turning left and walking on that direction instead. Or in that direction. Oh, it's the cat. I forgot she was a member. She was the super high-pitched voice. This is gonna kill me. Help. I see a familiar calico cat, cheerfully calling passerbys and handing them flyers. Please come see our performance tomorrow night. Oh, Mishimaya-kun. Hiya. Minazuki, you're in charge of distributing flyers? She smiles brightly, nodding with a quick hop of her feet to show her enthusiasm. Her voice sounded a little hoarser than usual, but I'll just chalk it up to being shouting in the sun for God knows how long, and also having a terrible voice actor. I wanted to help in any way I can. I don't really understand anything about instruments. Wait, what? Oh, because she's the singer. I was like, wait a minute, you're a band. You're in a band. How do you not understand instruments? Oh God, my mind's going in 50 different directions right now. Anyway, I want to help in any way I can. I don't really understand anything about instruments, and I can't do much about organizing them, so I decided to handle the flyers. No offense, but shouldn't that be a job for your manager? Not that I want to dump more work on Keikun's shoulders, but... Minazuki shakes her head in negative. He already has way too much on his plate. What with helping his classes display and with organizing the show, I don't want to give him more stuff to do. Besides, passing flyers is no trouble. How much work has he been doing for you guys? I haven't talked to him at all since the start of the festival, so I assume he's been... Ugh. I haven't talked to him at all since the start of the festival, so I assume he's been kept busy. Oh, he comes by to help out whenever he's not working on his class's project. I don't think he's taken any personal time off during the festival. Sheesh, sounds like he's overworking himself. I wouldn't doubt that. He can be pretty irresponsibly responsible sometimes. Oh, I can relate to that. Staying up to like 1 in the morning to world build for my new novel, which is in like 3 different tabs right now, opened up right now, if I wasn't on the live control room. Yeah, I've been stuck in the whole world building phase of my novel, and I need to actually get to writing. I need to take Basket's advice and actually write. I've only written 350 words, which is very small. So anyway, back to this sports visual novel. Irresponsibly responsible? Is that even a thing? I choose to believe it is. Minazuki giggles, hugging her stack of flyers close to her chest, her voice reminiscent of a sweet purr. Oh, by the way, have a flyer too. She hands a cute little flyer with details on the time and place of the performance. Gotta admit, this thing is pretty minimalistic. I have expected a bunch of drawings of guitars, skulls, flames, and whatnot. I might not have the most correct mental image of musicians. Here, everything you need to know when you show. Everything you need to know when to show. I hope you'll come watch. Of course, I wouldn't miss it. Cute flyer, by the way. Keikun designed it. I told you he's been working around the clock to help us. God, he's sounding like Shuichi when he does nothing but work. Although I suppose I should be glad that he's working on something he really likes, but... I don't know. Part of me is worried that he's not taking good care of himself. To be honest, I've more or less avoided trying to talk to him since I heard from Saya that he's confessing to the person he likes during the festival. During a rock solo. I hope that's during a rock solo. Anyway, I don't want to talk to him and then hear about how he's dating now or something like that. In fact, a part of me kind of wishes he'd be rejected. I'm a horrible friend. And possibly a horrible person, too. Hello, Earth to Mishimaya-kun. Are you still here? What? What? Oh, sorry. Did you say something? Minazuki pouts, putting a hand on her waist and giving me an annoyed look. Geez, did you ignore everything I just said? No? Wait. Then what did I say? That you were looking forward to the performance because it would be your guys' first time? Oh, I guess you were paying attention after all. Sorry for downing you. I was right? Oh my god. See? And you said I wasn't paying attention. Anyway, alright. I'm gonna get going now. I need to make sure this stack of flyers is gone before lunch. Sure, have a nice day. I can't speak. Sure, have a nice day, Minazuki. Thanks, hopefully I will. Just need to get through all these flyers before I have a heat stroke. Yeah, that would be really bad, wouldn't it? Minazuki giggles, nodding cheerfully. But I've been going at a good pace, so I think I should be done before lunch. Good luck, Minazuki. I'll see you later, Mishima-kun. I have no doubt Kei-chan will find a way to smuggle you backstage before the show anyways. Wait, what? Before I have any time to properly react to her sudden words, Minazuki winks at me and walks away, turning her back from me. Wait, what? What did she mean by that? There's no way he'd do that. Wait, why would Kei-kun sneak me backstage? I'm sure he would rather bring whatever girl he's going to be confessing to anyway. Denser than cheesecake. Specifically strawberry. Yeah, show her all of the cool stuff he gets to work on. That will probably be one hell of a way to show his charms. Ugh, I'm pathetic. Why the hell am I obsessing so much over this? This is ridiculous. Whatever Kei-kun does or doesn't start dating... whether Kei-kun does or doesn't start dating someone is none of my business. Can you imagine that I'd be jealous over that? There's no way. No. Not plausible. Not oosable. Okay. I've never seen it spelled like that. Not oosable. Never. Can't happen. And if anything, I'm just upset because he's gonna do something that's clearly so important he didn't choose me. Or that he didn't choose me. Yeah, that's it. After we've gotten so close recently, he doesn't even think of telling me that he's got a girl he likes. Or that he's gonna confess to her. You hold a fellow on your arms while he freaks out from fear, and yet you're somehow not close enough to hear about the things that are important to him? The gall of him. And it was Saya of all people that he told? I mean, I know they're close and all, but come on. Saya? She can't even keep a secret to save her life. Yeah, there's no way I'm jealous. Nuh-uh. This is nothing. I got absolutely no reason to be thinking about this right now. None. I need help. Preferably of the psychiatric variety, because I'm clearly lost my mind. Man, I can think some really offensive things sometimes, huh? What's wrong with me? No. Better not go there. But despite all that, if Kei-kun is overworking himself nearly as much as Minazuki seems to think he is, I should probably offer him a hand. I hate how, despite all this, all I care about is making sure that he's doing okay. Ugh. I'm a total doormat sometimes. Just like me, being a total doormat for everybody. Help me. There's no way I could be falling for him. Right? Winky face? By the time I get to the second floor corridor, I see a small line forming outside Keisuke's classroom, with a single student standing in front of it, wearing a black trench coat with suspicious-looking red stains on it. The otter's coat is a little torn at the hem. He has half of an old, torn, formerly white bandana on his head, and carries a clear plastic clipboard on his hand. From the looks of it, he's signing all the students in, a big smile on his face as he does so. I walk up to him, once it becomes clear that I'm basically cutting the line to talk to him. I'm getting a few annoyed glares from the people in line. I choose to ignore them. Hey, is Keisuke there? Keisuke who? We have 3 Keisukes working in class. Not to mention that possibility that some of the people going through the attraction right now might also be called that. Urushihara. You know, white hair, plays tennis, always has a sour look on his face. The author mouths an O and nods. Yeah, Urushihara left a few minutes ago to grab some supplies we needed. I'm manning the front entrance in his absence. He should be back in a few minutes. Thanks. I'll wait around for him to show up. Why don't you sign up for the haunted class while you wait? I'm sure the spooks will be a great way to pass time. He grins at me, possibly thinking of how he could stand there to make extra money if I did what he wants. I'll pass for now. Maybe later. Oh, fine, have it your way. Just don't hold up the line for actual paying customers. Wow, rude. I shake my head and step away, leaning against the opposite wall and deciding to wait around in front of the classroom until Keikun arrives. I hope he doesn't take long. I feel my resolve to face him withering the more the time passes. Stop being so whiny, Nico-kun. Man up already. I wait around for what feels like an eternity, although I don't really trust my feelings on this matter since I tend to lose track of time pretty easily. The line in front of Keikun's class never really does much thinning out. Despite all the people going in and out, the size of the line seems to stay about the same. They seem to be wildly successful with their little haunted house. It's kind of surprising because I always found these a bit lame. Just how much horror can you create inside a regular classroom lined with black polyethylene? Haven't seen that word in a while. Nika-san? Ooh, the man, the myth, the legend, Keisuke. A voice snaps me out of my thoughts, and when I look up, I see Keikun stopped in front of his class, looking at me. He's carrying a heavy-looking box that partially covers his chin, and yet from his body language, it looks like it doesn't bother him much. Oh, Keikun. Hi. What's with the stuttering? Are you alright? Jesus, I barely said 2 words and I already managed to sound like an idiot? Yeah, sorry. I was a bit distracted and you caught me by surprise. Oh, you were distracted? And when is that not the case? Hey, rude. Nah, just the truth. Is there something I can help you with? Help me? Well, you did show up to my class unannounced. Since you're not waiting in line, I doubt you want to go inside. I assumed you were looking for me since you don't know anyone else in here. Oh, right. Yeah, that's about right. Alright, just give me a second. I have to deliver these and then we can talk. I can wait until you can go on break. I don't want to distract you from work. It's alright. My break starts as soon as I deliver this. It was just a last-minute errand I had to run before I could do so. Oh. Alright. Is the music too loud again? Yeah. Let me lower the settings. Is it better, guys? Everything's at 3.5. Okay, so, geez, why am I so happy over something so silly? I press my ass against the wall so I can pin my tail and keep it from wagging. A few minutes later, Keikun walks back out of his classroom, nodding to the others standing by the wall before he walks up to me. Alright, I'm here. What do you need? Do I need to need something to come talk to you? Oh, no, I suppose not. Still, you usually don't just drop in without a word, so I was wondering. Are you okay? Ugh, that coming out weirder than it should have. Come on, I have to pull myself together. No, not at all. I just wanted to come check up on you, that's all. Check up on me? What for? I ran into Minazuki earlier today. She was handing out flyers for the band's performance. She told me you've been overworking yourself lately and I got worried. Really? I'm overworking myself? She's the one that's barely been getting any sleep lately with all the work she's been doing. Wait, what? She said she's barely done anything since she doesn't know how to, fiddle with the instruments or whatever it was that she said. I don't really remember all that well. True, she doesn't really mess with that stuff, but she's been going around campus during festival hours giving out flyers and inviting people over. And once the festival ends, she goes to the station. All this on top of practicing until her voice gets hoarse. She really needs to give herself a break. Uh-oh. That's not ideal. You tell me. She's gonna kill over. What? I'm assuming that's what should have gone there. She's gonna kill over if she keeps going at this pace. And to think she has the gall to worry about me after that. Yeah, something like this where it's like you accidentally skip a word or whatever in your sentence. I think it's called dysgraphia. I was talking to a friend about it. Like, they would it's like whenever they'd write stuff down, it's like they would just, like sometimes they would skip a word, like they'd think it in their head, but it's like, it'd be like if I said I walked to the park, they might say like I, the park, or something. Like I would do that a lot as a kid, so I think we all have done it, but some people do it more than others. And that's kind of what dysgraphia is. But yeah, interesting fact. Made from a typo. It just had to say that. No offense, Basket. Just watch him drop after this. Just like, bye. So you guys are really gung-ho about your work, huh? The worst part is, I can't even blame her for it. She formed this band over a year ago, and this is their first chance to actually perform. I'm sure Kagaho and her are probably really stressed about it. Somehow I can't imagine the Raven being stressed over anything. Oh god, I have to do a screechy voice. Oh, that'll be terrible when I have to do that. Help! Why did I have so many voices I forgot? Which probably just means he's really good at hiding it. Is there anything else I can do to help? Unless you're willing to grab her by the waist and drag her home kicking and screaming, I doubt it. I'd want to make that Donald Trump comment, but I can't. Anyway, I'd get arrested if I did that. Also arrested for what I was thinking. So justifiably so. I know. You're such a great friend to offer something so noble. Wait, what? But I didn't... You said, but I don't... Settle down, I'm only messing with you. You don't need to take everything so seriously. Listen up and have fun, will you? I don't need to hear that from you! Man, you don't look so hot. Is something on your mind? Huh? Why do you ask? You're pretty listless and sluggish. It's like you're barely even registering what I say. Usually you're a lot more, how do I say it, energetic? It takes a lot of energy to be energetic all the time, like June. Yes, I know, but you're usually always so annoyingly positive. It's one of the few good things about you. Hey! I'm kidding. We both know you have a lot of positives. I have a lot of positives? I'm a person. Don't weigh my positives around like I'm some kind of business decision. Yes, no spoilers, because somebody tried to spoil this, tried to spoil one of my other series things, like password or whatever. I'm like, don't say the password. Somebody tried to say the password, and I'm like, stop it. Fortunately, the password should be, coming out for the next, day 4. I'm supposed to actually find out the password, so at least it wasn't too early in the game I found it out. But I'm trying to forget it, so, you know. Anyway, so I'm doing no such thing. Really? Because you sound like you like keeping me around because I'm the boring salad that's good for you. What's with that weird analogy? It's a perfectly good analogy, excuse you. Nico-san, are you sure you're okay? Should I be worried about you or something? No, you're fine. I'm just in a weird, funky mood today. I guess I'm a tad oversensitive. That's not good. Well, I have 30 minutes on my break. It might not be much, but we can go around and have fun for a bit. See if I can't distract you from whatever funk it is you're in. I thought you'd be busy working, or I thought you'd be too busy working to go out with me. Usually, yes. I've been using all my breaks as time to do more work on organizing the show, but you take priority over that. I see. Shit, why does it make me so happy to hear that? Oh my god, are you blushing? What? No, what? No way. Oh wow, you're totally blushing. Keikun laughs heartedly, a big stupid smile on his face as his voice echoes loudly down the hall. The people around us even turn to stare, which only magnifies my embarrassment. Keikun, you're being too loud. Who cares? This is a festival. We're just having fun. Let people stare. Did I really just hear those words? From the prim and proper Keikun of all people. You're not usually one to say that sort of thing. He shrugs, his smile widening until I see a hint of... Wait. He shrugs, his smile widening until I can see a hint of teeth. Maybe I've just been a bit infected by you. I find myself caring less and less about other people's opinions. Is that bad? It's certainly unexpected. I've never taken you for that type of person. Hell, I'm not that type of person, so I don't see how you could have learned it from me. I am very much self-conscious of how the people around me see you. I'm getting tongue-twisted today. My mind's just going too fast. Anyway, I am very much self-conscious of how the people around me see me, you know? Come on, is there anything you want to do? Let me help put a smile back on your face. I will not have it be said that I just ignored you when you were down. If you're sure it won't get in the way of your work, I'm absolutely sure. You'll just have to hurry up with your decision because my break isn't very long. Let's think. I'm not very good at making on-the-spot decisions. You should know that by now. What is something we can do together really quickly? Say first. Alright. Oh, I know. Yeah? What is it? Let's go to the haunted house. Keigun's entire body twitches as soon as the words exit my mouth. The haunted house? Why the haunted house of all things? Well, we're standing right in front of it, so we already know it's accessible. Plus, you've been working hard on it with your class, so I want to see the fruits of your labor. But, see how big the line is? It would take us too long to get in. Oh, don't let that be a problem. A voice echoes from behind Keikun, making the hair jump forward and away from it. Keikun's classmate, the otter, the unknown otter, his name is secretly Chase, had been standing in front of the class and behind us this whole time, so it stands to reason he could probably hear us talk. He flashes Keikun a haughty grin, and I immediately see the color drain from the hare's face. Urushihara-kun, don't forget the class members get priority on the waiting list. The words coming out of his mouth are teasing in tone and making Keisuke's face go red. No, there's no need. Hazakura? Yeah, that's right. There's no need, Hazakura. The otter laughs again, grabbing his pen and writing something down on his clipboard. Alright, we'll have Urishihara and... I'm sorry, what was your name again? He looks up at me with a smile. Nico Mishimaya. Okay, Mishimaya and Urishihara will be joining the next group. It should be you guys' turn in the next 3 minutes or so. You guys' I don't know, I'm out of it, sorry. Wait. This will be your chance to see what our project ended up like, Urishihara. After all, you didn't put anything together. Wait, you didn't? Hazakura. Keikun whimpers in protest, but that only makes the otter's grin go wider. Nope, he helped with getting materials, organizing the working hours, all that boring administrative stuff, but he wasn't hands-on with the assembly, so he has absolutely no idea what the place is like inside. Hazakura, I am so going to kill you for this. Enjoy! The otter doesn't seem at all affected by Keisuke's threat of extreme violence. I swear to God, I'm gonna drown that fucker. Anyway, he's my kind of people. What's wrong with going inside? Why don't you want to check it out? I mean, it's not a big deal. Hey, Rishihara, if you don't want to tell them, then should I? Shut up, you already overgrown mustelid. The otter, Hazakura, raises his hands to the air and waves them unenthusiastically. Oh wow, I'm so scared. The spry rabbit is going to kick my ass. No one takes me seriously here. Hard to take you seriously when you're too chicken shit to go inside the haunted house you yourself put together. Hazakura! Wait, back up a bit. You don't want to go inside because you're too scared? I mean, Yeah, be quiet. I'll tell him myself. Hazakura laughs, and Keikun's apparent discomfort. I don't really... I don't know how to say this. Do well with horror stuff. Really? I never knew that. I am very easily frightened, I guess. Same here. We would both be very frightened. And you're also afraid of the supernatural, so you can't even stand being in the same room as the mannequin. For the love of God, Hazakura, shut up! You're afraid of the supernatural? Maybe. So, ghosts and demons and stuff? Kinda. Oh my God, that is so cute! Shut up! You're welcome. I am going to kill you, Hazakura! Wait a minute, this is ironic that the otter of all characters is the one running the haunted house. Basket! Look at you being clever. Yeah, sure. All I have to do is go inside the haunted house and he'll be too chicken to follow. It's okay, Kun. It's okay, Keikun. It's okay, Keikun. I'll keep you safe. Don't you start mocking me either. Why do I even bother with you? Oh, come on. You know it comes from a place of love. If this is your way of showing love, then I'm screwed. What did you say? Nothing? Come on, what was it? I already said it was nothing. Stop crying. What? First you mutter, and now you won't even clarify yourself? Jesus, you're such a pain in the ass sometimes. So? So what? Can we go on the haunted house? You're actually serious about that? Yes, I would very much like to go. Do we really have to? Pretty please, I really want to. What are you, a child? Nah, I just know what I want. Alright, fine. Great! I mean, there was no doubt you were going to go. Your name was already on the list. Stop butting into our conversation, Hazakura. That's rude. Then stop having your conversation loudly in public. You're the one dragging people into it. Shoot, do you know what I should have done? I should have had Badger do the voice of the otter and just because for our little Echo Discord that we have, he does the voice for Chase. Oh, that would have been so fun. Dang it. I missed out on one. But that's the thing when you do these live and do them on your first take. You don't know what's coming ahead of you. So anyway, to that, a few of the people in line mutter in agreement, leaving Keikun horrified. Oh god, I'm sorry. Oh, what happened to what you said earlier about not caring so much about what people think anymore? Did I say that? Yes, you did. Quite clearly, too. It's true. You really said that. Alright, just shut up already. Just then, the door is open and a group exits the room, all chattering excitedly among each other. Oh, looks like it's your turn already. Oh no, I do not look forward to this. Come on, Keikun, it will be fun. Your definition of fun does not compute for me. I am majorly spooked by this Photoshop effect. Once we go inside, we see a separate room built inside the classroom itself using fabrics and plastics. Keisuke and I are ushered inside along 3 other people to form a group. The whole thing looked very basic from the outside, but as soon as we were ushered in and the door was closed behind us, it suddenly looked a lot more elaborate. There were decapitated mannequin heads inside, fake bloodstains, chains dangling from the ceiling, fake daggers, and other bladed weapons. Oh wow, this is really well made. I wasn't expecting it to be like this. Yeah? Were you expecting it to be really crappy and not at all scary? Kinda. What? Oh my god! Damn, Basket, you put in that effect? A blood-curdling scream echoes, causing half of our group, Keisuke included, to jump. What was that? Oh wow, they have pretty decent sound effects. Just then, a very ominous sound starts echoing loudly for all of us to hear. Even I felt a slight chill run down my spine when I heard this thing. It's not super loud. Definitely no way we could hear it from outside, especially with the noise of the crowds walking through campus. But damn, it's really eerie to listen to it now. I don't know they had that either. Looks like there was a lot you didn't know about them planning. You really should have paid more attention. Shut up. We keep walking forward since the whole haunted house is kind of a path we have to follow. Somehow, I ended up leading the way for the entire group. Everyone else is either smiling dumbly at the whole thing or quivering in fear. Keikun being the one with the most pronounced shaking, clutches the hem of my shirt as he follows right behind. I have to admit, it's kinda cute. Did you seriously know nothing about what they were setting up here? I find that a little hard to believe. I distance myself from it for some reason. Or for a reason. I hate this kind of occult stuff. That's kind of silly. I hear the sound of a slight footsteps followed by a sharp noise that I can't quite identify. I have no idea what this is. I just know it sounds like a horror movie sound effect. And I have to admit, it is way cool. This was a terrible idea. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm having a blast. Mostly watching you freak out, but still a blast either way. Every time something echoes, I hear Keikun whimpering and jumping behind me. I have to admit, it's pretty funny. Entertainment for the whole family. Wow, Basket, wow. Can we leave? We both know they closed the entrance from the outside. You don't have to rip the walls to get out, and they'd probably get really mad at you for that. The scaredy hair whimpers again. Never seen that spelled before. The scaredy hair whimpers again, obviously dissatisfied with my answer. God, I really feel like bullying him right now. I will refrain from letting my sadistic side show. The scream echoes once more, this time even louder than before. Yikes, I haven't seen that expression from him. It seems like Keisuke is just about to go catatonic because he's shaking like a leaf and the color of his face slowly draining from his face. Whoa, you don't look so hot. You okay there? He doesn't answer me, merely continuing to clutch the hem of my shirt and shake. This face is actually kind of creepy, low-key. Like, this Keisuke face is kind of creeping me out, too. This is starting to remind me of a certain tiger that I know, and the mental image amuses me quite a bit. Keisuke better be prepared for I'm gonna tease him so much, or Keisuke better be prepared because I'm gonna tease him so much over this. A creak echoes inside the room. At this point, I figure we're probably almost at the end of the attraction. We saw mannequins of witches, demon heads, ghosts hanging from the ceiling. I have to admit, for a place with no animatronics to use and having to rely completely on a student budget, this is pretty darn well done. Even I feel a bit tense in here, and that's not something easily achieved. Keiko, on the other hand, has gone totally unresponsive. I almost feel a tinge of pity for him. thinking of how terrified he must be since he's apparently not good with horror. I mean, I already know he was a bit frightful after the whole thing with the thunderstorm at my house, but this is just hilarious. And I don't have to feel bad about finding it funny either because it's not a phobia. I might be a tad mean-spirited. The sound of chains being dragged starts creeping closer to us and I feel a chill running down my spine. Male member. Wait. Is it getting closer to us? Are those footsteps? Sounds like it. There, I can see some light. I think that's the exit. Oh, you're right. See that, Keikun? We're already at the end. The hare nods meekly, barely even acknowledging my words. I almost feel bad. Almost. Oh god, Terrence. Evil! That should be that instead. Just evil! Suddenly, a figure dressed in all black jumps out from behind us and screams, beginning to run in our direction. Everyone immediately bolts and runs out the door, running from the sudden assailant. Even though in the back of my mind I knew it was fake, my flight instincts kicked in and made me run as fast as I could. Oh no, he's crying! Everyone immediately runs out of the classroom by the back door, huffing and panting as we tried to piece ourselves back together. Oh wow, I wasn't expecting that. I can feel my heart beating super fast inside my chest and I take a deep breaths to try and calm myself down. That was pretty good though. You and your classmates did a really good job, Keikun. When I look up to my side, I see Keikun sitting on the floor with his face buried in his knees and leaning his back against the wall. Hey, are you alright? I'm fine. Just give me a minute. I crouched down next to the hare, rubbing his back encouragingly and trying to help him calm down. It's okay, Keikun. You don't have to worry so much about it. It's just a fake haunted house. I know that. I just need time to recompose myself. That's fair. I did ask him to do something I knew he hated. It'd be unreasonable of me to tell him to snap out of it. Even if seeing him freak out like that was probably some of the funniest 10 minutes of my life. I'm seeing all these new sides of Keikun lately and it's pretty fun. Seeing someone who used to be so guarded and distant in all of these new ways is definitely an experience. Man, that sucked. Really? I thought you'd have fun. I didn't think you'd hate it, let alone this much. It's fine. I just really hate this kind of thing. I'm not good at all with horror. That's an understatement. Probably not something I should say out loud, though. We still have around 10 minutes left in your break. Do you want to go do something real quick to get your mind off of it? No, it's alright. Besides, we wouldn't really have time to do anything. It's best if I hang around nearby anyway, so I don't take too long to come back. No one is going to mind if you're a few minutes late. No, I absolutely refuse to do that. Jeez, even when you're all freaked out like this, you're still fussy about being timely. Get your priorities straight. Keikun gets back up and readjusts his clothes, sighing. There, I've managed to calm down. You sure? You can take more time if you need. No, thank you. The whole experience was already embarrassing enough. I don't need to be sulking on the ground for 10 minutes after. There are a lot of people around us after all. I thought you said that you didn't care about that anymore. And I thought I told you to shut up the last time you brought it up. Roger that, sir. Don't make me punch you. As if I'm so... Wow! Or... As if I... Wait. I can't even speak. I got slapped so hard I can't speak. Keikun's fist lands squarely on my shoulder, pushing me back a few steps and making me yelp. You really punched me? Oh, please, it was barely a tap. It's not like I really wanted to hurt you. Besides, I did warn you. Alright, fair enough. I guess I was asking for it. Sai is becoming a really bad influence on you if you're resorting to violence now. Thanks. Huh? For what? That was out of nowhere. I guess. Even if I hated it, it was still a fun experience. Mostly because I went through it with you. So yeah, thanks. Aw, you really don't know how to be honest, do you? Shut up, or I'm going to slug you again. Roger that. Is something wrong? Why are you looking at me like that? By the way, Nico-san. Yeah? What's with the sudden coyness? Well, this might be a weird thing to ask, but you're coming to the show tomorrow, right? Of course I am. Why wouldn't I? I just wanted to make sure. I'll call you tomorrow so we can meet up. Is that okay? Sure, but is it really necessary? I have to admit that I'm a bit nervous. I've been helping the guys prepare for this and for a while, and I have to admit, even though I'm not going to be the one up there in the stage, it still feels like that. Aw, so you want some moral support? Want me to be your private cheerleader? Ugh, please don't put it that way. Fine, fine. Besides, you didn't need to ask. I was planning to go anyway. I had to make sure. I don't want to just assume. That's just setting myself up for disappointment. Fine, I'll be there for sure. Does that make you feel better? Yes, quite a bit. I feel my cheeks growing hot and look away, trying to find a way to change the subject. Well, I'm sure everything will be alright. You guys have been working really hard to prepare after all. You're right. I have no doubt that they're all going to do great. You're pretty passionate over your job, aren't you, Mr. Manager? I am. It's nice being able to work on something I really like. You know, you've been a lot happier lately since you joined the band. You smile a lot more often. Really? Yeah, it's really nice to see you so cheerful. Maybe music really is your passion after all. I see. Wait, what's with the unenthused reaction? I thought you'd be happy about this. Is everything okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I just hadn't noticed that before. I guess I don't pay all that much attention to myself. Anyway, thank you for spending time with me, but if you'll excuse me, I have to start getting ready to return to my shift. But we still have a few minutes. True, but it doesn't hurt to be diligent. I'll talk to you later, Nico-san. Keiko quickly scurries away from me and goes back inside his classroom without a further word. It almost feels like he was running away. Did I do something wrong? Oh, that is it for day 19. So I will continue with day 20, as long as that's the last day. God, sorry, I'm just so thirsty. Getting ready for day 20, man. Anyway, I sit in a bench outside the school building. Not on the bench, I sit inside the bench. I sit in a bench outside the school building, quietly watching people walk around aimlessly. For some reason, I haven't felt very energetic today. I tried to explore a little more, but could feel myself zoning out quite quickly. Instead, I decided to just relax and enjoy the warm, gentle heat to watch the sunset outdoors. I have to admit, looking at the masses of people moving around is actually kind of relaxing sometimes. Hold on. Just about to burp there. Not that this would be my first choice on how to spend a Sunday afternoon or a holiday. Just something good enough to do when there's nothing better to do. Yeah, that sounds about right. Still, a little part of me in the back of my head feels antsy. I spent most of the day gripping my pocket and checking my phone to see if Keikun messaged or called me already. I don't know why I'm so anxious, but I can't seem to help checking every few minutes. I'd have imagined he'd have called me by now, but still nothing. Other than the daily messages I get from Shuichi and Saya, I haven't gotten any notifications today. It's kinda sad when I think about it. I feel like a puppy anxiously waiting by the door for its owner to come home. Well, I might be playing up the dramatics a bit in my head, but that's about the gist of it, I think. Ah, Niko-kun. A voice calls me from amidst the crowd, snapping me out of my daze. Never mind, Shuichi. Ah, Niko-kun. I see a pair of huskies walking in my direction. Big smiles plastered on their faces. Fancy meeting you here, stranger. Stranger? What else should I call the person that didn't even bother to answer my message this morning? Me not answering a text doesn't make me a stranger. You're being way too dramatic. I'm the one who should be calling you that. Sheesh. If Aki-kun didn't text me so often, I wouldn't even know whether you're alive. Uh-huh. Twice? We've only talked twice since my dad's party. You could have been dead for all I know, and I wouldn't know. Aki-kun is the only one who cares enough to keep in touch with me. Hitaka pouts, crossing her arms and looking away from me with a huff. Still think I'm the dramatic one. You get a pass this time. By the way, Hitaka, just how often do you and Aki text? I mean, back when we had that typhoon, he spent 2 hours in the living room just texting you. Is that a common occurrence? Like, that moment of pausing, it just dawned on me. I'm like, could Hitaka and Aki be a thing? When you can't get Nico, go for his brother. Yeah, we talk every day. He's such a good boy. Always diligently messaging me and checking up on me and always answering promptly. Why do you ask? Are you serious? I know I said it as a joke to tease him, but could it be the twerp actually does have a crush on her? Now that'd be rich. Putting that aside for now, what are you doing out, Putting that aside for now, what are you doing out here spacing out? I thought you'd be window shopping. Yeah, I guess I got caught by a wave of exhaustion. I decided to just sit down and relax for a bit. Although that was probably an hour ago. What about you two? I thought you said you'd have no free time at all during the festival. The student council got a few volunteers to help us. Hitsuka was among them, so I was able to get through the pile of backlogged papers. The other members told me to take it easy after that and take today off. I wasn't really going to accept it, but she insisted. This is my only chance to spend a high school festival with you since you'll be graduating this year. I didn't want to miss it. I know. Thank you for helping me out, Hitaka. You're an amazing little sister. Shuichi puts his hand on top of her head, petting her enthusiastically. Whatever you say. She might have gotten a lot more standoffish in recent years, but she can't hide that she likes the attention. Mostly because her face is super red and her tail is wagging like a little helicopter blade. It's pretty cute, actually. So, are you guys just going around checking out the festival? Yep, just chilling out and trying to have a good time. Want to join us? Oh, that would be nice. Come join us, Niko-kun. Normally I accept your offer, but I grab my phone from my pocket and wave it in the air. I've already made plans for the day. Keikun invited me to join him backstage while they work on the finishing touches for the band performance. Something about offering moral support. Shuichi clicks his tongue, making a long, drawn-out humming noise. Is that so? You and Arushihara have been spending a lot of time together recently. Doesn't he spend the day at your house during the typhoon, or didn't he spend the day at your house during the typhoon too? Sort of. It was an accident. He wanted to offer us a ride to school so he didn't have to walk during the ride, but when it picked up, he had to stay inside. Is that so? Still, I didn't know you guys were so close. When did that happen? I I don't really know how to answer that. I don't even know how I'd qualify us anyway. Sure, we spend a lot of time together, but I don't know. Part of me is still dissatisfied. I might just be being greedy. Besides, if the girl he's confessing to today accepts, we might be seeing a lot less of each other as he starts dating. That's if he hasn't confessed already. Ugh, what if he's already dating and just hasn't said anything? Would he even invite me backstage if it were the case? Hithaka-chan taps Shuichi in the stomach with the back of her hand, shooting her brother a censoring glare. Jeez, Shuichi, don't be so jealous. It's not like he's gonna replace you as his best friend. You guys are BFFs. I didn't say anything. Besides, BFFs? We're not 15-year-old girls. Yeah, you wouldn't catch me dead using that word. Hithaka pouts again, huffing and puffing in disapproval. Her eyebrows quiver so much that they look like they're breakdancing. Well, I might be exaggerating a tad. You two are too boring. There's nothing wrong with letting your friends know how much they mean to you. Of course you think that. You are a 15-year-old girl. Excuse you, I'm 16. Oh my god, that's like that meme where it's like, I'm not 10 years old, I'm 11 years old. Oh god. Like that makes any kind of difference. You're only 2 years older than me. Don't act so high and mighty. Anyway, you're gonna be joining Urushihara instead of us then? Don't just ignore me either! Hithaka-chan fusses around, but Shuichi completely tunes out her presence. Sometimes I really believe this man has the patience of a saint. Yeah, sorry. Like I said, I already made plans for it, and I wouldn't want to ditch him last minute. I see. That's alright then. Is everything okay? Your face is kind of scary. I just said that it's alright, didn't I? You're reading too much into it. You're totally annoyed right now. I can easily tell. Shut up. It's none of my business whether he wants to spend time with Urushihara. Why should it bother me? You say that, but you really do look annoyed. Why is that? I don't understand. You're so dense. This makes me feel bad because it's like doing the Shuichi route. It's like this is gonna be the part where we would dance with him. It's like, this is what happens if we didn't date him. I feel so bad for him. I mean, sure you two bicker like an old married couple, but you're still good friends despite that. Besides, Shuichi's never had a problem with Keikun before. Anyway, let's get going, Hithaka. I only have one free day for the entire festival, so I want to check out as much of it as I can. Okay. Hithaka quickly follows behind Shuichi, her tail wagging. It takes a while for the two to disappear into the crowd thanks to Shuichi's size, but they are eventually totally out of sight. I quietly mused to myself just how off the entire situation just now was. Still, I decide to shrug it off since there isn't anything I can do about it, and it's not like it's a problem either. Shu's been working non-stop for days. He's probably just in a bitter mood. Wait a minute, why are we calling him Shu when we're not on the Shuichi route? Just then, the phone that I was holding in my hand begins to ring and vibrate. It catches me off guard, and I take a second to react. The screen clearly shows me Keisuke's contact, and I feel my heart speeding up a little. Hello? Hello? Is that some kind of internet greeting? Nah, he's gotta say hello. What's this? God, I wasn't sure if I was going to say hi or hello. Oh, he said hi-lo. Oh god. What a dork. God, I wasn't sure if I was going to say hi or hello and ended up mixing them both up. Nah, you just caught me by surprise a bit. Surprise? I did tell you I was going to call today. Yeah, but I didn't know when. Fair enough, I guess. I just finished my last shift at the haunted house and am heading to the music club room. Can you meet me there? Sure, no problem. Great, I'll see you in a little bit. Oh, and you don't need to knock when you arrive. Just come in. Oh my god, dirty thoughts. Get him out. Just as I would expect from Keikun, he really doesn't waste time on the phone. Quick and to the point. Still, I get up from the bench and rush over, faintly aware that my tail is wagging the whole time. Oh, there's the whole band. Oh my god, to remember all their voices and names again. We're screwed. What are we going to do? Calm down. Flying off the handle isn't going to help us anyway. But Ichigo-san. Hey, pardon the intrusion. Isn't that a meme? I feel like that's a meme, but I feel like I missed out on it. Pardon the intrusion. I do as Keikun instructed me and make my way inside without worrying too much about manners. The sight I see is that of the band members all sat in a circle inside the room with uncomfortable looks on their faces. Wait a minute. Yeah, there's 6 of them. I'm like, is somebody missing? To say that the mood is tense would be an understatement. Nico-san, please shut the door. Alright, is something the matter? Is this an intervention or something? I swear I haven't been spending that much time playing games. I can quit any time I want. Sorry, but now's not really the time for these kinds of jokes. Okay, what's up? We have a problem. While everyone else looks to be in varying levels of freaking out, the Calico and the Raven both seem to be unnervingly calm. Minazuki is sitting with her back to the wall, looking up at her bandmates with worry while the Raven merely has an unreadable expression on his. What's wrong? My voice. As soon as she speaks, my stomach sinks. Her voice barely comes out at all. And what does come out is raspy and pain, like her usual vocal cords are all scrapping against metal when she speaks. Minazuki, what happened? This idiot, this stupid idiot overworked herself and her voice until her body couldn't take it anymore, even though we all kept telling her to take it easy, and now look what happened. Keisuke, you need to calm down too. We won't get anything done if everyone gets into a shouting match. Sorry. Minazuki looks up at Keikun with a sad smile and drooped eyebrows. Minazuki seems to have gotten sick. Whether it's due to exhaustion or some kind of cold, I don't know, but she's burning up in fever, and her voice is, as you heard. There's no way she could perform like this. So, the show... We were arguing just what to do about it. Apparently, they didn't want me to be distracted from my class project, so they didn't tell me until I arrived here. I have no idea what they are going to do before I got here, though. I only just learned of this situation a couple minutes ago. Ichigo-san asked us to wait. She said she thought her voice would come back if we gave it time. Which clearly didn't work. The coyote grabs a glass of water and hands it to Minazuki, who looks at her appreciatively. Yes, we were about to discuss what we should do when Keisuke arrived, and then you came as he was venting over the situation. What is there to do? If the vocalist can't perform, then there's no show. It's as simple as that. Kagaho sighs, rubbing his brow and tapping his foot repeatedly. I think this is the first time I've ever seen him so obviously annoyed. That is true, unfortunately. But this would be the band's very first performance. We can't cancel it. It's out of our hands. It's not like Ichigo can just magically get better and put on a show. These things just happen. But the coyote, Shoko-chan, puts a hand on her friend's shoulder, grabbing her attention and shaking her head sideways. Oh. Miyu's entire body sags, and she sits down on the poof next to Minazuki. Excuse me? The cat wraps an arm around the raccoon, and she squeezes her waist. So, this is it, huh? Not necessarily. Everyone turns their heads at the same time, raising their eyebrows in curiosity. Kei-chan can sing. What? Minazuki smiles and nods, looking up at Keisuke, bright-eyed and seemingly satisfied. Whoa, what are you? I agree. Keisuke gets cut off by the raven, whose voice echoes resolute and certain. Don't be crazy. I've already covered for her once in rehearsal, and no one here was happy with my performance. What makes you think doing it in a show would be a good idea? I kinda have to agree. Not that I have anything against his voice, but if he freezes when he goes out on stage, that's as good as a death sentence for us. Don't be so dramatic. She's right, though. Besides, I can't get in the groove without Ichigo-san's voice supporting us. I agree. The other members of the band look between each other uncomfortably. It's clear to me that they're not trying to reject the idea outright, but they seem to have a hard time agreeing to it too. There you have it. There's no way I could do it. Mizuki reaches up and grabs Keisuke's hand, making him jump in surprise. She seems to be completely ignoring everyone's presence, looking up into Keisuke's eyes with a fiery gaze. Kei-chan, please. We need you. Even with her failing voice, her tone still commands authority. The hesitant members of the band shudder as soon as her voice is heard, all of them looking down at the floor. I can't. We're not going to beg if that's not what you want, but can you take a few minutes to think about it? Maybe take a walk while you consider it. Kagaho. Keikun looks around the room, seeing the faces of all of his bandmates quietly staring at him expectantly. His eyes flicker away from the entire group and he nods, turning his back and walking out of the room. Wait, Keikun! I quickly follow after him, running out of the room without a second thought to the people still left inside. Keikun walks through the crowd, not stopping for a second to wait for me or to even acknowledge my existence despite me calling out for him a few times. I decide to merely follow behind and try to not lose sight of him. He walks up the stairs to the last floor of the building. The amount of people packing the halls slowly dwindles for each floor we go through. Keikun, where are you going? I receive no response, even though by this point I have already caught up to him and am basically walking side by side with the guy. I finally get tired of just following around and roughly grab him by his arm, forcing him to spin around to face me. Keisuke! He comes to a halt, his arm going limp in my grasp as he looks away from me. For a fraction of a second, my mind registers the possibility that we might be calling too much attention to ourselves, but I decide to just ignore it. This isn't the time for me to worry about this kind of thing. Jesus, are you going to ignore me forever? Talk to me here. What about? What do you mean, what about? What just happened, you dumbass? I don't know how to process it. Why not? It sounds like a great opportunity. Opportunity? Ichigo is sick, and now I'm being asked to do the part of a singer. I didn't sign up for this. Didn't you join the band specifically because you wanted to sing and play, but you got intimidated by their skill? Okay, if you're going to just calmly point out the flaws in my rhetoric, then I don't know how to argue with you. Oh, I did not say that calmly, but you get the point. Tell me one reason why you shouldn't. I can't. That's not a reason. That's an excuse. That's not fair. How can I be expected to do something like this out of nowhere? I'm not prepared. I haven't rehearsed. I can't. Oh, please, I know you. You're the type to know the songs all by heart because you can just feel the need to. It's just one of the few times where your pain in the ass habit of researching everything pays off. Pain in the ass? Oops, the part was something I was supposed to think but not say. Look, I obviously can't tell you what to do, but they're right that you should consider it. Not just for the band's sake, but for yourself too. When would you have a chance like this again? To perform live with a band in front of a crowd? Yeah, as a stand-in vocalist. Besides, we don't even know if we'll have a crowd. You can't know how many will show up until the actual show. Besides, to sing in public is just too embarrassing. I'm getting jitters just thinking about it. Then don't think about it. How can I not think about it? That's not a reasonable thing to ask. Do you just stop thinking whenever you have something important to do? Yeah, pretty much. You're kidding me. Nope, I'm not really the type to dwell on things like that. Save for a few rare instances, and even then, I more or less deal with them as I go. Wow. Look, you're always gonna have a lot of reasons why you shouldn't do it. It's too risky. It's scary. The downside of it goes wrong might be embarrassing. Yada yada yada. But that doesn't mean it isn't worth trying. Think of what will happen if you do succeed. Wouldn't you feel so happy and satisfied with yourself? You'd finally have gotten a chance to sing and be recognized for it. I put a hand on his shoulder, flashing the hair an appreciative, encouraging look. I can feel warmth surging from my chest, and just seeing the hesitant look on his face gives me an almost overwhelming desire to hug him. Still, I managed to curb that desire, not wanting to overwhelm him more than he already is. Besides, he really doesn't want to call attention to myself right now. Or I really don't want to call attention to myself right now. The way you speak, it sounds like you don't even think there's a chance of me screwing this up. That's because I don't. There isn't. How can you have so much faith in me when I don't even have faith in myself? You're far too critical of yourself. You really are your own worst enemy. I, on the other hand, have gotten to know you a lot better lately. Sure, oh shoot, I skipped that line. Sure, I don't claim to know everything about you, but you've surprised me lots of times with just how capable you are. You should really consider giving yourself a chance. If anything, at least you'll know where your limits are. This must be really important to you if you're capable of spewing out all these cheesy lines just to try and convince me. Hey, I was speaking from the heart. You really think I can do this? If I didn't, I wouldn't be encouraging you to do it, would I? Right now, he doesn't need me to bullshit him or offer empty praise. I just need to be honest. As painfully honest as I can be. Jeez, not a second of hesitation there. I'm not usually the type to hesitate. Right, try asking that to me again the next time we go out to eat and you're taking a lifetime to pick from the menu. What? This and that are two totally different things. Sure they are. 100%. Jeez, I'm trying to be supportive and you mock me? You're quite an ass, aren't you? Not that I mind. What if I get on stage and I choke? What if the pressure is just too much for me and I can't handle it? Believe in yourself or trust me. I would say trust me would be the better option. Just to be safe, we're gonna save here. Trust me sounds like a lot better of an option. That's not going to happen, Keikun. I know you can do this. I wish I could believe that. Look, I know you have a hard time having faith in yourself. You're the kind to not believe in your own instincts, and instead you only do things after researching them carefully. I get that. But I'm telling you that I do believe in you. So can you try to trust me when I say I see the qualities in you that you don't see in yourself? That's a very cheesy thing to say. And yet it's the truth. Come on. Aren't I always a great judge of character and skill? This and that are totally different things. Oh, you're stealing my line now? Just because just because it was wrong when you said it doesn't mean it's wrong when I do. Hypocrisy. Look, if you think you're going to fail spectacularly, then I'm already going to tell you again. That's not happening. You're much more resilient than you give yourself credit for. And I know what I'm talking about because I'm the one who's been seeing your progress from the outside as an unbiased observer. I don't know about that. If you need some encouragement, then try to remember that I'm going to be in the middle of the audience. Does that help? You expect me to be encouraging? You must have a really high opinion of yourself. Ooh, ouch. You could have just said no. True. But that would mean losing an opportunity of ribbing you, and that is just something I couldn't justify to myself. I'm not gonna lie. It would kind of make me happy if that had cheered him up, though. But now's not the time the be thinking about this. Are you gonna do it? To be honest, I'm still not sure, and I don't think I'm ever going to be, but I think it's at least worth a shot. That's great. Come on. Let's go back and tell them before you change your mind. I grab Keisuke by the hand and start dragging him away with me back to the club room. Wait, Nico-san, I can walk myself. Hey, are you even listening to me? I am. Just giving you a bit of your medicine back by ignoring you as you follow me. Tell me how good that feels now, haha. Once the door is opened and we walk into the room, Five Heads immediately turn to look at us. Ah, I was starting to worry. You two took a while. Sorry, this dumbass here took a lot more goading than I thought. Goading? What am I, a child? You certainly act like one at times. What? Keikun pulls his hand away from mine, taking a few steps away from me and walking up to the Raven, who merely stares at us expectantly. Kagaho-san, I'm not sure how much help I can be, but if you'll have me, then I'll be gladly fill in for Ichigo during the show. Please support me to the best of your abilities. Keikun bows to the Raven, who laughs cheerfully. Support you to the best of your abilities? I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be the other way around, no? Or are you really already planning on stealing the spotlight for yourself? No, I didn't mean... Kagaho makes a gesture with his hands, telling Keisuke to settle down, chuckling once more. Relax, I'm just kidding. You don't need to be so high-strung all the time. Did you happen to just meet Keikun? Shut up. I can tell all the band members quickly relaxing once Keikun accepted their request, even those that have previously been against the idea. All five laugh at the hair's reactions, their bodies that had previously been tensed up slowly taking on more natural poses as the cheer returned to them. Thank you, Kei-chan. Minazuki's voice still sounded strained, but she was able to thank him quite clearly, to which he nodded. It's my pleasure. Just don't hold it against me if I mess up, okay? Don't worry. Just have fun. She's clearly nowhere near as demure about this whole thing as I thought she'd be. Minazuki, how are you feeling? She smiles at me, her eyebrows twitching a little as she does so. Better than I feared. Worse than I hoped. Oh yeah, sure. That answer isn't vague at all. What arrangements do we need to make sure that I can perform in Ichigo's place? Well, I doubt you'll be able to sing in the same pitch as her, so we'll have to lower it for you. How much do you think you'll need? I think we could make it work if we lowered it by 4 semitones. Would that be feasible? I should be able to do that on my end without much trouble by dropping the tune of my bass. What about you guys? Oh yeah, should be no problem. It will just take me a bit to get the tune right, but I should be able to do it. The keyboards and drums shouldn't have any issues with it. It's probably the easiest for us than anything else. or it's probably easiest for us than anyone else. That's a fair point. Alright, I'll get to work on drop tuning my instrument. Kurusu, you do the same. Okay. I can help check the tuning if you want. Yeah, sure. You have a really good ear for that sort of thing, so that'd be really helpful. Nico-san, I hope you don't mind. We're gonna get busy for a bit, so I won't be able to pay much attention to you. It's alright. Go save the day. I won't go that far. Keisuke and the other members of the band all head inside the control booth for some reason, leaving only me and Minazuki alone inside the studio. I'm surprised by just how cheerful Keikun is all of a sudden. Maybe this might be proof that this is what he wanted to do all along and just needed a push to have the courage to try. If that's the case, then I feel kind of pleased with myself for basically badgering him into doing it. Maybe badgering isn't the best word to describe it, though. Thank you. Minazuki speaks up with her raspy voice, pulling me away from my thoughts and back to reality. She smiles at me appreciatively, and it becomes plain to see just how happy she is with the resolution of this situation. Me? I didn't do anything. Keikun was the one that... She shakes her head in negative, still smiling. Kei-chan is a bit of a coward. He needed someone to give him a push. From what I can see, you're one of the few people he always listens to. Ouch. Good thing he's not here to hear that. I don't think he'd be very happy with being called a coward. It wasn't anything really. Besides, I don't think he listens to me any more than he does anyone else. She giggles and shakes her head again, almost as if she were making light of my words. He listens to you more than you know. For some reason, as soon as I notice the mischievous smile on her face, I feel her cheeks growing hot. Or I feel my cheeks growing hot, sorry. I think you probably shouldn't talk that much when your throat is hurting. She nods. Is that supposed to be a nicer way of telling me to shut up? Shut up. The calico laughs and pats my arm. There we go. That sounds more natural. You are way too cheerful for a person that can barely even speak. 1 hour later. Just gonna take a sip before this. And that's all my water. So, I gotta have to make it to the end of the stream then. Once the hour has gone by, Keikun and the others manage to finish off their preparations on the nick of time. With only about 10 minutes to spare before the scheduled time for their performance, the band rushes en masse to the gymnasium. Luckily, the less portable instruments like the drum set and the keyboard were apparently already lugged there a little earlier. Kagaho and the monkey, whose name I keep forgetting, sorry dude, were the only ones having to run around campus with their instruments lugging around on their back. That'd be funny if it's like Basket just forgot his name, Beery's like, shoot, what was his name again? Still, we managed to reach the gym with a few minutes to spare. Can you guys go ahead real quick? I'm just going to talk with Nico-san for a bit, and I'll be right there. Kagaho nods and makes a sign for the others to follow him, which they do without another word. You sure it's okay for you to waste time talking to me? Pfft, it's fine. My preparations are already done while they still need to be set up, the positions of their instruments and all. Really? You barely had an hour to prepare. How can you already be ready? I know the songs we'll perform by heart, so it shouldn't be too hard for me. It's not like there are too many songs. If you ignore the possibility of choking or drawing a blank in the moment, that is. You'll be fine. Stop thinking of the worst case scenarios. Easier for you to say. You're not the one having to perform in front of a crowd. Wasn't it you who said there was no way of knowing if an actual crowd would show up? You know what I mean. Yeah, I do. I just like teasing you and making you eat your own words, that's all. By the way, you said you guys know what songs you will perform? Do I know them? Well, we're only performing 3 songs. To be fair, all of them were kind of my idea. Really? How so? Oh yeah, my water. I thought my voice went out again. Rest in peace, water. well, you've already been told that I've been, composing originals for the band, right? Wait. Don't tell me you're gonna be performing all originals! No, don't be insane. I've only managed to finish composing 2, and even the second one was finished way too close to the deadline. We're only performing 1 original. The rest are covers. Oh, that's a tad less exciting. God, I really didn't want to be the one singing my own song. Why not? Who better to sing a song than the one who wrote it? The love song. Of course it's gonna be the love song. The lyrics are, kind of embarrassing. Oh, is that so? All the more reason I want to hear it. Having more teasing material is never a bad thing. Nico-san, the look on your face scares me a tiny bit. Don't worry about it. You telling me not to worry about it just makes me worry even more. That ain't my fault. Fix your own issues, dude. That's just rude. It's only rude if you take it that way. You're one of the stupidest people I've ever met. Hey! What? It's only rude if you take it that way. Also, I was kidding. Rude? And I also might be a tiny bit of a hypocrite. Just a bit. We should probably head inside, though. You can go on ahead. I'll wait for the others outside. We had already made arrangements to meet, and I'm not sure if they're already inside. Alright, I shouldn't keep them waiting for long, so I'm gonna get going. Wish me luck. Oh my god! Why do you gotta keep giving me these decisions, Basket? Stop making me think so hard about this. You don't need luck. You're already awesome enough on your own. Flattery will get you nowhere. But I do appreciate the encouragement. It's not flattery if it's true. God, you sure know how to make a guy feel special, huh? What's that supposed to mean? Anyway, I'm heading out now. I'll talk to you after the show if you're still around. Is that alright? More than alright. Keiko nods and smiles brightly at me, walking into the building. I stand around for a few seconds, wondering what to do. Once Keikun started working with his bandmates to adapt the performance to having him as the vocalist, I decided to message the others telling them about it. It seems everyone already had plans to watch the show, but they were doubly excited when they heard the news. And since I didn't really have much to do while I waited, I just kept texting them and setting up a time for us to all meet. Of course, that time was 10 minutes ago, but then again, I didn't expect us to take so long to get there. I mean, the band was almost late for their own show. If I didn't know about the circumstances behind it, I'd think they're very irresponsible for it. Well, I kinda still do. Things could have been worked out much sooner if they had called Keisuke as soon as they found out Minazuki couldn't perform. The idea of not wanting to distract him from his class project is just ridiculous. There are times to be considerate people, and that one was not it. Nico-kun! I hear a voice that I immediately pick up as Saya's and immediately turn around towards its source. I see Saya, Jun, Shuichi, and Hithaka coming out of the gym building, all staring at me with different levels of annoyance. Jeez, what took you guys so long to get here? We were starting to worry. How did you guys know I was out here? We ran into Urushihara inside. Well, less ran into and more were keeping an eye on the entrance and waiting. He told us you had stayed outside to wait for us, so we came to fetch you. Oh, that was actually a smart idea. I thought you guys would have waited outside, so I didn't head inside. It didn't even occur to me that I could go inside and just wait by the door to see if they showed up. Sometimes I think I'm more lacking in common sense than I realize. Let's head inside already. The other band members are already on stage doing their finishing touches.
I can't wait to see Keisuke-san singing again. I haven't had the chance since we went to karaoke.
I haven't seen him sing at all, so I don't know what you're complaining about. There's a first time for everyone, Winky Face. I suppose I'll take comfort in the fact that my first time will be the best time. Says who? Says me. And since I'm the one who said it, then it must be correct. I'm usually really smart after all. Sure. You keep on telling yourself that. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing. Now get a move on before I have to shove you inside. I'm gonna ask you guys to stop a-wooing in the chat. There's a lot of a-woos. Could you please take a break? Thank you. Yeah. One a-woo is alright, or 2 or 3, but not like 10. So once inside, it doesn't take long for the band to finish their preparations. Keikun stays out of sight for the whole time, leaving the others to finish checking their amps and instruments on their own. A little knot starts forming in the pit of my stomach, and anxiety gnaws on my mind. What if he's so anxious he's refusing to come out? I really hope that's not the case. I thought I did a good job cheering him up. He wouldn't skip now he wouldn't skip now after all that, would he? And to make matters worse, or better, I'm not sure, this place is absolutely packed with people. Like, damn, Minazuki did a really good job of getting guests to come over. Hopefully they won't be too disappointed when it turns out she won't be singing after all. Lighten up. You look like you're about ready to pass out. I am? You look like you fought 10 rounds against a mountain lion and lost. Is that a feral or a sentient mountain lion? Exactly. What do you mean exactly? Nika-san, I think you might be more nervous than the actual musicians. Well, I'm sorry if this is giving me anxiety. You guys weren't the ones trying to convince Keikun to even give this a chance in the first place. You really don't have faith in him at all, though? What? Of course I do. Then you have no reason to freak out. Relax. But, oh my god, I'm really not in the mood to hear you whining all night. Just shut up and wait until something happens before you flip out. What? That's just rude. No, it's not. If I let you sulk around, you'll keep whining until something happens. Leave the worrying for after something goes wrong. If something goes wrong. I agree. There's no point worrying about it before anything even happens. I give up with you guys. Good night, everyone. Thank you for coming. Wait, what? Strained voice. Good night, everyone. Thank you for coming. I hear a very raspy voice echoing through the sound system and don't even have to look on stage to know who it is. Mizuki is standing in front of the lead singer's mic. Can't really make out what kind of face she's making because we're kind of far from it, but I can imagine it's not a happy one. The audience seemed to have realized what was about to be said just by hearing the state of her voice. Oh crap! The entire gym goes silent at the drop of a hat. All eyes are suddenly glued onto the calico cat. It's weird. As soon as I see her on stage, I have to admit she has a certain magnetism to her. I instinctively hold my breath as I wait for her next words. She just has that much stage presence. As you guys can probably all tell, I'm sick. For those who don't know, I'm supposed to be the band's lead vocalist, so you can imagine how that's not really ideal. Few people mutter worries of concern. Will they cancel the show? Is she alright? Those sorts of things. The cat smiles, or at least I think she is smiling from the distance. Don't worry, we have a more than talented replacement to make my place tonight. I promise you guys will love him. He is our band manager and reserve vocalist. Please be nice to him. She makes a gesture with her hand, pointing to the backstage entrance, and everyone holds their breaths. Keisuke walks on stage. His entire body seems jerky and stiff from the way he walks. He goes towards Ichigo and stands in the spot next to her. The other band members go for their marks while the cat hands him her mic. Good night. I hope to be good enough to fill in for Ichigo's shoes. Oh, not. He's nervous, laughing and stuttering. This can't be good. Just give him a chance, okay? Sheesh. Keikun's eyes scan the audience. I can tell just from his posture that he's feeling incredibly overwhelmed right now. Part of me thinks he might pass out from seeing this entire mass of people, and I don't want that to happen. Then it hits me. He looks like he's searching for something in the audience. I swallow a few times and raise my hand in the off chance that... His head stops moving a few seconds after I raise my hand. From the angle his head is turned, I'm almost sure he saw me. I see his whole body visibly relaxed and he closes his eyes, taking a deep breath. Keikun turns to face the Calico and nods to her, taking that as her cue. She quietly walks off stage. Thank you all for coming tonight. To open our little show, we'll perform an original song I Thank you all for coming tonight. Now I'm the one stuttering. To open our little show, we'll perform an original song I composed. Keisuke takes a deep breath, turns back once more, and makes a signal to his bandmates before bringing the mic to his mouth again. The song is called My Voice. How ironic. This one's for Minazuki. Oh no! Am I gonna be the one singing? I better not be singing. I can't sing for my life. Oh god, is Basket gonna sing? Hell yes! We're gonna get to hear Basket sing. His voice is probably way different than mine, so this will be fun. Great seeing you here. And you probably noticed all my little side comments at you. Anyway. This is going to be a... No! Why do I always miss the CGs? Fuck! This is it. The show Keikun has been working so hard on is finally starting. Even if he's... I've only heard Keikun sing the song once during that one rehearsal where he had to fill in for Minazuki. Even then, he couldn't get in the groove. Maybe now they've had more time to prepare. Oh, sweet. Why does this intro to this song have to be so freaking long? I can only hold my breath for so long. Somehow I feel like my eyesight becomes more focused the more my anxiety surges. Keikun has his eyes closed, waiting calmly for his turn to come into the song. Taking one last deep breath, he opens his mouth and... Oh my god, you're so good, Basket. Once he starts to sing, his voice, everyone is stunned, unable to comprehend what is happening. I'm sure no one was expecting Keikun's voice to have so much power. It's like he's just sucker punched all of those in the audience and completely knocking the air out of them. Keikun sings with an emotion I didn't know he had in him. I cling to his every word with every ounce of my attention. Little by little, the audience starts to come out of super. They start moving just slightly at first. Eventually, it turns to a rumble, and they begin to scream cheers and encouragement to the band. Seeing the reaction leaves me speechless, rocking their bodies in a feverish pace, their excitement growing continuously. It's infectious. I find myself being swept up to their rhythm, and it's getting more and more excited. Even the other members of the band stare at Keisuke with looks of complete and total shock while they continue to play their parts. They weren't expecting to be this good. No one was. Even I, having heard him sing before, am still completely, shocked. It's like, the more excited the audience grows, the more passionate Keisuke's singing becomes. Before long, they've enthralled the entire audience with their music. I feel like the vibration shaking me to my core, reverberating violently. It's addicting. It feels with me with a primal instinct that makes me want to just thrash and scream and make noise. Even Saya, Shuichi, Jun, and Hithaka are all swept up in the band's pace, acting in a manner that I've never seen them act before. As the song gets closer to its climax, I worry that Keisuke's energy might drain too fast from all this. He's singing with a passion that I cannot deny, and I've never seen that from his before. The lyrics of his song, for some reason they move me. So much more than I can explain. My chest tightens as Keisuke spits his words out. They're almost like a plea begging to be heard. Look at me, is what it says. And I can't take my eyes away from it for a second. This song that almost like a confession. Like an explosion of long-bottled feelings. And it arouses a deeper reaction from the entire audience. As he finally reaches the end of the last verse, the frenzy that has overtaken the audience seems to quiet down until it comes to a halt. Oh my god. The song comes to an end, and where just a few seconds before was a cacophony of sounds and cheer, only dead silence rings. The stupor that has taken over the crowd brings an end to their feverish excitement. Then the spell is broken and the room erupts in roars and cheers. Keisuke is panting profusely on stage. He turns around and shares a look with his bandmates. Where I stand, they look to be absolutely ecstatic. Oh my god, I can't believe he was this good. That was amazing. I have to admit, I could barely tell this was the same guy who sang for us at the karaoke. Keisuke-san, you are incredible. The others also join in the chorus of voices showering praise and admiration onto the band. It feels surreal, standing here and watching all the love that Keisuke is getting on stage. I feel pride welling up in my chest, and for a second, I'm afraid I might start tearing up. Come on, Basket, you were good. I'm sorry I had to read over your voice. I didn't know if I should have read it or just let the song go. Maybe I could do a little, a little mini episode where that song actually plays with the CG, if you don't mind, but that'd be fun. So I feel pride welling up in my chest for a second, and I'm afraid I might start tearing up. Or tearing up, jeez, I can't read. It's a strange feeling, even though the accomplishment isn't mine. Thank you all so much. You are all an incredible audience. Now, for our next song, we are singing a cover of Imitation Blue. What the hell is that supposed to be? I feel like I know this song. Is there an imitation red or green or something? Fake something. Fake blue. Fake sadness? What is the real song? God, I'm trying to think of this. Fake blues? I don't know. And he seems so comfortable working the audience, too. Grande chanson, monsieur. I know my French. It looks like now that he's riding the adrenaline high, his timidness is completely gone. This show will end up being a much bigger success than I'd hoped. Sometime later, once the show has ended and the crowd that surrounded the band finally dispersed, the members were finally able to walk out of the gym. Each and every one of them was glowing with pride and excitement. They chatted amongst themselves for a few minutes before they broke off and went their separate ways. So we'll start. That was a song Basket sang. I'm not sure if it's an original song by him or if he used a certain song and did his cover to it, but that was Basket singing there. And he did great. I'm going to protect my he's not my son because he's the one who created this game. He'd be my dad in this case. So I'm gonna hug my dad. Anyway, Keikun came to meet us soon after, his chest stuffed with pride. Congratulations, Mr. Rockstar. Don't start. I'm nothing close to that. Really? Because I saw a bunch of girls surrounding you and trying to get your attention. It's true. It seemed that after the performance, both Keisuke and Kagaho attracted a lot of attention from the female members of the audience. Sadly for the monkey, whose name I still don't really remember, which I'm forgetting for some reason, the only people coming after him were the athletic dude types. He seemed to be really sour over the lack of female attention, too. And I have to admit, I feel a bit jealous seeing so many girls act so interesting in Keisuke. That's an original song. A friend composed it and I tried to write the lyrics for it. Since I don't know any real singers, I filled in for the vocals. That's so cool, Basket. Man, I'd love to try and sing it and like listen to it again sometime, but right now I guess I have to keep kind of trekking along. Somebody earlier in the chat said they had to go to church earlier, and I'll have to go to church in like less than an hour, so rip me. Even though I don't want to go and I'm not religious personally, but I have to because that's the house rules before I move out. Anyway. Yeah, I really want to hear it like without me reading over it next time, Basket. Great job. Anyway, and I have to admit, I feel a bit jealous seeing so many girls act so interested in Keisuke. They're only interested in him because they saw how awesome he really is. But not one of them wanted to be there for him when he was just a regular guy. Or losing in the semifinals of the tennis tournament. Or, I don't know, being rich and having tons of money. Or at least as much of a regular guy as someone filthy rich like him could be. Really? I didn't really notice whether they were mostly girls or not. Even I noticed that there were tons of girls swarming you. To be totally honest, my brain is kind of shot right now. I can barely focus, and I feel really sluggish. My body is shaking too. Tushi, what did he just say? Tushi, please stop. I may have to start removing your comments if you keep a-wooing. I'm removing that one comment. And your one comment has been removed. Take that. Sorry, Tushi. I mean, you've done it enough. Like, if you do it like once in the beginning, it's okay, but I don't want the channel to be spammed with the woos, just for future reference. And Basket made it clear too, and he's kind of helped me get some advice on that, so, you know. I can barely focus and I feel really sluggish. My body is shaking a lot too. Once he says it, I notice, ever so slightly, his entire body shivers and shakes, just enough it's not super noticeable, but he must have been totally overwhelmed with adrenaline. I'm not surprised it got to him like this. You should relax for a bit. Why don't you come to the bonfire dance? I'm gonna be dancing with Ithaca. Maybe you should come dance with Saya again like you did last year. Well, I kinda already have a date to the dance. Really? That's kind of a bummer for you, Rushahara.
Maybe Keisuke-san could dance with Nico-san.
Oh, June. What? June's words caused me to choke and cough in surprise. That's an idea? Sorry, I'll have to pass. I'm really tired right now. I kinda just want to head home.
What? And miss the dance and the fireworks? I mean, I don't really care about the bonfire, but the fireworks are so pretty.
I've already told you before, I don't really care for fireworks.
I guess that's true.
Are you sure about this, Urushihara? Yeah, I just want to rest. I had enough excitement for a day. Well, okay. I'm gonna be on my way. I don't want to miss the dance, right, Hitaka?
Yes, sir.
She pumps a fist into the air, filled with excitement. See you guys later. And congratulations again, Urushihara. Haha, thank you.
I'm gonna head out too. I still need to meet up with my date. I made plans with Sora-kun and Vic-kun. We're gonna watch the fireworks from the 4th floor windows.
Alright, I'll see you all later. One by one, the others go their own ways, leaving only Kei-kun and me behind. Oh man, I'm exhausted. Oh man, that would be one hell of a challenge, Jaro. I would be just dead on my butt. Anyway, once it's just the two of us, his entire body slouches and he lets out a big sigh, catching me by surprise. Whoa, are you okay? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I just didn't want them seeing how tired I am. Why would that be a big deal? Haha, it's not. Not really, anyway. I just feel a bit uncomfortable with the idea.
You're really weird sometimes. Is that so? Congratulations, Keisuke. You were amazing on stage. You were shining like a star. Oh, look at him. He's so cute with that face. That's such an adorable face. Keisuke's face takes on a red tinge through his pristine white fur. He seems to be completely taken off guard by my words. His eyes go wide and his eyebrows arch noticeably. I don't notice Keikun could make a face like this. He's so cute like this, right? Hey, Miko-san, what are you going to do now? I think I'm gonna head home, just like you. I'm feeling a bit tired myself. Then, would you allow me to walk you home? Huh? Why? There's no need. I know, I would want to. Is that alright? Oh man, what's up with him all of a sudden? If he asks me point blank like this, I can't help but be a bit embarrassed. Sure, if you want to. Thank you. Why do you sound so happy to be walking me home? You're so weird sometimes. At Keikun's insistence, we leave the school grounds early and begin the short trek to my house on foot. I notice that his walking is a tiny bit wobbly, but decide not to mention it as I don't think it's something he wants attention drawn to. Are you sure you're okay with missing out on the bonfire dance and the fireworks? Yeah, like I said before, I just want to rest. Then how come you're walking me home? Isn't that more exertion for you? It's not a big deal. I just wanted an excuse to spend more time with you. Quick question for everyone, including you, Dirk. If you were to live in any furry VN, which one would it be and why? I'd probably say maybe like the Tennis Ace world. That's all I'd say for now. Can't think of another world I'd live in right now. Anyway, gotta keep hurrying along, guys. It kind of makes me happy to hear that, but you shouldn't be saying things like that to me when you like someone else. Even if I'm a guy. Even if it's not supposed to be a big deal for us because we're both guys. It's so unfair. Before I noticed it myself, I had been thinking like this. A few days ago, I had a slight suspicion of it, but now I'm sure. Nika-san, did I say something wrong? You're making a weird face. What? No, you're fine. I was just thinking of some stuff. What is it? Maybe I can help. Or at least be here to listen. You don't have to worry about me so much. It's weird for someone younger to be fussing over me like this. I don't have to, but I still want to help. You already helped me so much. Let me return the favor. Believe me, it's nothing you can help me with. Oh, come on, you don't have to look that downcast. Please don't look at me like that. It's not a big deal. But I just want to be able to help you. If you keep saying things like that, how am I not supposed to? Ooh, this is a tough one. Everything's been getting so good up to here. Let's ask about his confession. Hopefully this works. ... I take a deep breath and steel myself for the disappointment I know is soon to follow. Even if he hasn't confessed yet, the sooner I get it all in the clear, the sooner I can forget all of this happened. It's just, why are you even going home with me? Don't you have something better to do? Do you not want me to? Okay, guys, just before I get into this scene, please stop asking where Basket is, because that is very annoying when people try and pin you and tag you. Especially, you know, as a creator. A lot of times he'll be like AFK or like not typing or doing multitasking, so, you know, he's got work to do. He's got a life. So yeah, just let him be, and if he doesn't answer, he might either just be watching or doing something else. Or watching while multitasking, like I said. Anyway, back to the confession. That's not what I meant. Then what is it? A few days ago, Saya-chan told me some big secret you had told her. Don't hold it against her. She was so happy and excited that she couldn't contain herself. A big secret? I imagine a switch clicking in his head, and from the look on his face, I can tell he understood. Weren't you intending to confess to the girl you liked during the festival? So why are you going home with me instead of doing that? Or maybe is that... I can't bring myself to say it. And yet, from the look on his face, I'm pretty sure he got where I was going. Or maybe is it that I've confessed already? I nod. I think you would have told us if you were dating now, so... So maybe? Maybe I was turned down? I nod once again. It's a good thing he knows where I'm going with my words, because it's hard to bring myself to finish my own sentences. I might be way off base, but I don't think I'd be rejected. Unless I've been reading the signals very wrong. I think it's pretty mutual at this point. Oh, is that so? Then I guess that means you haven't confessed yet? Nope. Not yet, at least. Oh man, I feel my stomach sinking. I should have thought something like this would happen. I wanted her advice on what I should do or say when I confess, but it seems she just left her big mouth run free instead. That sounds about par for the course with Saya, yeah. Yeah. I guess I don't really get why you didn't tell me. I mean, I guess you've always been really close with Saya-chan, so it shouldn't be surprise me, but I thought we've gotten really close lately. So I don't really understand why I was kept out of the loop. You know, I've been happy to know, try to help too, or at least, or am I that reliable? What? No, that's all. Or, that's not it at all. Then what? Frankly, I'm surprised you weren't able to piece it all together after Saya-san told you about it. What do you mean? Oh my god, there it is. God, you're so dead sometimes. I'm surprised you can get anything done. What's that supposed to mean? Alright, I'll clarify it for you then. What you said about me having already confessed and having been rejected, that's a half-truth. Really? So you've confessed, but she accepted it? Nope. I don't have their answer yet. In fact, I don't think they even noticed I confessed yet. Huh? How can that be? How can no one can be that dense? Yeah, they can. I'm looking right at the dense person. There it is. Looking right at... Wait, what? My god, I can't believe you didn't even notice. My song. The song I wrote. It was about you. I'll admit it wouldn't have been much of a confession, Hate Ichigo's song. It wouldn't have been much of a confession, Hate Ichigo sang it instead of me, but that was my plan anyway. And now here we are. I hope I'm not just being a deluded fool, but I hope your answer will be positive. At least that's the feeling I've been getting from you lately. Am I wrong? Wait, are you actually saying what I think you're saying? Yes, I'm saying that I like you. That way. Honestly, I'm surprised you haven't picked up on it yet. At first, it was just a passing interest, me just being curious about you, but look where it's got me. I really like you, Nico-san. You're the first person in a long time that's ever put so much effort into getting to know someone getting to know me like this, in trying to help me and stay by my side, despite how many times I mess up. So I was kind of hoping that you'd continue to do that, and that you'd let me do the same for you.
I have no words.
This all went down a road that I didn't expect at all, and
what am I even supposed to say here? Nico-san, may I have your answer? I don't think my heart can take much more of this weight. He says that, but I don't think I'm faring any better here. My heart is beating so fast I can hear it ringing in my ears. It's a very weird feeling. I feel so joyful. I feel relieved that I was wrong about the entire situation. I feel happy that he wasn't confessing to someone else. I feel happy, but he's confessing to me. It was so slight that I don't even know when it started, but before I knew it, I think I fell for this guy. I got happy when I was with him. I got sad when he was sad. I wanted to extend a hand when he was struggling. Even the times when he kissed me on the cheek, they made me really happy and I craved more of it. And hearing him say these words, usually when I'm confessed to, I just feel uncomfortable and want to run away. I decided to say yes because it's easier for me. That way I don't have to see the look on their faces when I reject them. But now, I feel like it's not even an option to say no. I don't want to say no. Yes. Yes? I don't know how to say it. I think it's the same way for me. Then that settles it. Oh my god! Oh my god! Keisuke nearly jumps on me, hopping down to my side and planting a quick kiss on my cheek. I feel my whole face growing red hot and nearly choke on my own saliva. My body freezes at the sudden touch of his lips. My eyes follow the hair's figure and I feel him snuggling up to my side, resting his forehead against me in an affectionate gesture. Oh, what a beautiful thing. Keikun looks incredibly happy at my side, his face shining bright red, a big grin plastered all over it. God, I can't believe how lucky I am. I mean, I thought you did like me back, but I still didn't really want to get my hopes up. I don't know what to say. So this whole time, I was just being jealous of myself? That's kind of a depressing thought. So we're dating now, right? I think so. You think? You're the one with all the experience here. You should be telling me. I don't think you want me to draw on my previous experience here. That would spell out a bad ending. Fair enough. Still, I'm kind of surprised. I didn't know that, you swung that way. You say that now, after having just accepted my confession? Believe me, no one is more shocked about that part than I am. I hadn't even noticed that I began to like you romantically until a few days ago. Likely, I'd just be jealous and confused. I know it's kind of a dickish thing to say, but part of me is happy about it. If you don't mind me asking, since when did you know you liked men? I don't mind. I have known about it for a few years, although to be fair, it wasn't any kind of earth-shattering realization for me. Besides, I still like girls too. Ooh, somebody's bi, just like me. Wait, so you're not gay? I'm bi. Not that it makes much of a difference, cause the one I like is you. Hearing you say that isn't good for my heart. Is that so? That feels so nice to say. Can you say it back to me too? So I know you're just not just going with the flow? Huh? I guess I can't blame him for thinking of that. I don't exactly have the best track record with that sort of thing. I swallow hard, trying to summon the courage to say those very embarrassing words. I like you, Keikun. Romantically. Keikun's face goes a few seconds, or Keisuke's, I can't speak, I'm so flustered. Keisuke's face goes a few shades redder, and the smile he shows me is absolutely stunning. Lit up by the streetlights and the moon, I happen to think he is probably one of the most handsome guys I've ever met. I never thought I would ever think about a guy this way. It's a bit of a mysterious feeling. Come on, as tempted as I am to just dawdle around and bask in this conversation, we need to get you home. Really? Can we just hang out a little more? I wish I could. In my infinite stupidity, I actually called for my ride before we left school, and I told him to go pick me up at your place after I dropped you off. Besides, I'd rather not hang around the middle of the street, and I do still need to rest for a bit. But we can talk about it a little more later. Alright. Once we turn the street and my house comes into view, I see a black limo stopped right in front of it. See? Infuriatingly timely as always. We walk up to the car and the driver rolls down the window to greet Keisuke. Oh, Alex. I'm surprised you called so soon. How was the show? Alex? Dun dun. Alex is in the passenger seat of the limo, and he greets us as well. Why are you surprised to see me? I thought it was already established I go wherever Keisuke goes outside of class. I guess that's fair. I'll tell you about how the show went on the way home. Trust me, there is a lot to tell. Nico-san, I'll see you later, okay? And thank you again for everything. It was my pleasure. Keikun gives me another kiss on the cheek and hops into the limo. I watch the engine of the car revving on and it driving away. The last thing I see is Keikun's head peeking out the window and waving at me. Then the car turns at the end of the street and disappears from view. No, that's it. There's a lot I need to wrap my mind around right now. But despite how overwhelmed I am, I feel pretty happy. Yeah, I feel really happy. Oh, I'm just gonna save first, just to be safe. And safe. Oh my god, this update was really hard to write. Once again, I'm really sorry for the delay. I honestly don't know what it is about Keisuke, but he's always such a challenge to write. And programming that entire scene with the show was hell. Especially for your programmer, because... shoot, what's his name? What's the guy's name? But there's somebody that does the programming for Basket. Like, he programs all the stuff for Tennis Ace, and it's hard, even if you're the guy who's programming for the person, it's still super difficult. But yeah, it's always a challenge to get scenes to look the way you want them to in your head. And programming that entire scene with the show is hell. I couldn't even skip over anything. And I also feel like I need to apologize for that. Writing about how amazing Keisuke's singing is, and then having my mediocre vocals to illustrate is a dissonance that I honestly wish I didn't cause. But I didn't have anyone else to provide the vocals, so I went with the best I could do. I recorded the vocals the morning of publishing this demo. Wow! I did multiple takes, but had to stop because it was hurting my throat. Still, I hope this is all worth the wait. Unfortunately, I couldn't have both K's confession CG and the show's CG made in the same update, so the show is only going to get added in the next demo. Guess we'll have something to watch in the next demo. We could do that beforehand, like have like a little preview thing where we do that before June's update, or like a little mini episode where we can just watch that together. Oh, you do the programming now, Basket? Oh, wait. Oh, you're somebody who set it up for you, right? But you do the programming now, I think. Because it was like, initially it was that because there's a long story. You can explain, Basket, if you want to, but we were talking about this in Discord, but long story short, Basket hadn't
worked with Rempe before, but had done a ton of other programming languages before. Basically, had somebody set up like kind of the original template for his program, but it wasn't like the default template you normally get in Rempe. Like he had somebody do that template, do a template for him, and then from there, Basket did the programming now. Sorry if I'm explaining it horribly, but that's kind of the long story short. What's his name? It's somewhere up here. Because I asked, I was like, who programmed this for you? Because I want to talk to him about programming questions in Rempe. Where is it? Where the hell is it? What's his name? Okay. Let me open up a new window for this. Sorry for taking so long, guys. But I hired a programmer to do the game's UI, user interface, but the programming of the game itself. Oh, so you do scripting and like the days, like the actual script you would call it, where it's like you write the days and do like this sound effect pops in, this pops in. Because I'm doing the user interface and the graphic, or user interface and the scripting for my game. So yeah. Sorry I went out there for a bit. One of my friends just tried to call me. Anyway, let me get back to the main menu so we don't have this awkward amount of silence. If I can find my TNSA screen. So, until then, thank you for your support and patience. It means a lot to me. There we go. Now we have music in the background. Cool. So yeah, that was an awesome update. Asuka, you did great for it. You're making Keisuke more and more likable the more you write him. But it seems like some of the guys in this chat want to hear the song again. So I may just have to do that, if that's okay with you. Would you guys want to hear Basket's song without me reading over it? If Basket's okay with it. I don't want to do it and make him feel bad, so... yeah. Anyway. Okay, so I found the name of the visual novel person that set up the UI. The UI person is... well, his name on the Rempe site here is... oh, wait. Jayawind H. Yeah, so Jayawind H on Discord basically was the person that set up the UI. So yeah, they did a great job with it. Anyway, so I got a bunch of yeses. If you want to do it, it's up to you. But I'll mute the video so I don't have to listen to myself in that. It's one of the few times I really disliked my singing completely. Aww. That's too bad. There are moments where I'm like, wow, you got a pretty solid voice. But it's tough because I'm like, I had to kind of talk over it. I felt really rude. You're probably glad that I like read over it. But yeah, if everybody wants to, we'll do it and we'll just mute. Basket will have it muted. So here goes nothing. Going back to that. Oh crap! Wow, I saved way too far back. Okay, so it was Curry. Skip to the next unseen choice. Oh my god, I'm so far behind. Was it? That was Hugo. Okay. Fast forward, next choice. Trust me. You don't need luck. Okay, here we go, guys. Get ready. Okay, fast forward. I don't want to overpass this part, so here we go. I also hate listening to myself too.
So basket, that makes two of us. Like, I'll look back at my old videos and just go, crap. I don't want to look at like my first episode of Tennis Ace even. Like, it's just so terrible. I'll just be like, my voice sounds like garbage. Why do people listen to me? Anyway, here we go. I instinctively hold my words. Here we go. Keisuke is about to show up. Here we go. He's nervous. Give him a chance. Alrighty. Get ready. I'm going to turn it up to 5. Alrighty. Here we go. I'm taking a deep breath. Oh, shoot. I accidentally hit save. Keikun turns to the calico. Alright, so I'm just going to save here, though. Too. Just to be safe. Alright, so it takes a deep breath. I know I'm terrible with my saves. Anyway, here we go.
I locked it all inside, away from my own mind. I thought I could forget if I just forged ahead. My thoughts roam, my feelings start to grow, and all these colors overflow. I searched for your back and the touch of your hand, but there was nothing there as you had gone. That's why I made up my mind. It's hard, but I must try. My voice will call for you tonight. The pressure on your back, how do you not just crack? Just to be there for you is all I want to do. Am I strong enough? I cannot even bluff. My voice can say I've had enough. With no land left to roam, drowning in my own home, but you extend your hand because you understand me like you're a bird. Voice in me has stirred. I'm grateful for your care and trust. So now it takes a while to be found. I'm lacking courage all around. Can I keep echoing this sound? Now my voice will echo loud. I'll scream and I will shout. I'm here for you now, here for you now.
Oh, is that it? Was that it? Oh god. I can't skip this part again. Okay. Okay, good. I skipped it. I was like, shoot, I got stuck. Okay, you can unmute, Basket. But yeah, that was great. I mean, I could definitely tell, you know, like, you know, it's not like, you know, your final draft, like the thing where you're like, this is my perfect draft. But, you know, for doing it in like a morning and like getting it out within like just a few takes, that sounds pretty fire. Like, it's really awesome knowing that you do all those like recordings. Like, I've heard you sing before, and it's always fun to hear those. You could follow his profile on Twitter, and he'll sometimes post things there. Yeah, agree with you, Pepsi. He's a great singer. And I was about to say in the chat, like, I get kind of like punk vibes from it a little bit. Like, it just feels like something where it's just like kind of, you know, kind of punk pop kind of. I don't know if that's a genre, but it sounds kind of fun. Oh yeah, my internet's always choppy. Don't you know I own a potato? Don't worry, this video will be up there. Anyway, I would love to read lyrics for the song. Same. I might just ask Basket in like a chat or something. Like, honestly, I want to give my shot at this because I think, man, that'd be fun to sing like in Keisuke's voice. It was interesting though that you didn't do the thing where it's like the reader has to sing it and I would have had to sing it and then embarrass myself, but way to take one for the team, Basket. Oh my god, Gretzko. Not death metal. But anyway, guys. Oh, it is punk rock. Yeah, I kind of like that genre. But yeah, like I said, I have to go to church really soon, and I have to close things up pretty quickly now, so I'm finishing this up, and then after this, I'm finally gonna tell you what my next video is going to be. Like, I've always been so haphazard this past month, but yeah, I'm planning on doing a Dastra reading tonight after I go to church, and like try and quickly come back from that, maybe have a quick snack, then read that, and then do that and have that released tomorrow. So, you know, gonna be busy all weekend. That'll help. Anyway, guys, I'm done now, but thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take care, guys.